going on, guys? Welcome to my little channel once again. This is Wristwatch Addiction. Thank you so much for stopping by. I would implore you to subscribe. We're trying to hit 2,500 subscribers so we can do another giveaway. At 2,500, I'll announce another giveaway and you can see what you need to do to win and what you are going to win. But today, I have a Casio box back here, a Casio watch case. And in that I have some Casios, some GShocks, including this one, the Casio GShock full metal square in the polished aluminum. And I said aluminum, didn't I? The polished stainless steel. So at any rate, we're going to talk about it today. I've had it for 2 years now. And we'll see how much wear it gets, what I love about it, what I hate about it, and surprisingly what I really hate about it. I really hate about it. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by once again. Thanks for subscribing if you have. If you haven't, please do so. Leave a like on this video so that YouTube will share it with others if you in fact do like and enjoy it. But on to today, you can see one of the first things I'm going to complain about this GShock full metal square is the fact that it's not running. I can push this button. Nothing happens. The reason for that is it sits in that watch case and yeah, runs down. I don't wear my watches every day. I wear each watch about once a week, and unfortunately the solar battery does not maintain that power over that time. And I say once a week. I should clarify by saying sometimes I do not wear this for a couple of weeks and then I go to put it on and it's dead like it is today. So if I was to wear this on a regular basis, probably would not be a problem. But this is a watch made for collectors. I collect GShocks, I collect Casios as well as other brands. You would think that it would have enough power to sustain itself within this watch case, but it doesn't. And the watch case does have a glass lid or plexiglass, so you know light is getting in there. It's just not enough light to sustain the functions of the GShock Square. And now it does have a reserve where that the power will go off, the face will go off, and put it in a reserve mode until you're ready to use it. Press the button on the side and then it comes alive, but that only lasts for so long. If you're a guy that only wears his watch maybe once a month, this watch is probably not for you, because if you want to wear it, you're going to have to get it charged first. So you can't just grab it, throw it on the wrist and go if it's at a full uncharge, if it's a full drain.
Flashback.
So this is a few days ago. This is how this watch remains on my wrist most of the time. And you can see, well, I'll actually point out too, it scratches very easily, as you can see that clasp. But you can see that some of the functions like the day and the date aren't being viewed. Well, the day is, but the date is not, the full month is not, because it's just flashing low. Trying to tell me to charge it. Well, you can see I'm outside. I was outside all day this day, but it was overcast.
End of flashback.
It's not overcast today, so we're going to give it a charge. This is just a few moments from the earlier indoor video that I was just taking, complaining about the charge or lack thereof of the battery. So now we're outside. It's under full sunlight. We're going to leave it here for a while and see what happens.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Alright, thank God I have a full charge on the battery now. I left it outside for a couple of hours. So, you know, that that opens the door to theft, that opens the door to loss or damage, it opens the door to a lot of things. So that's the number one thing I absolutely hate about this watch is I don't like the solar ability. I wish this was a simple quartz battery function. Battery runs down, you replace it, done, good to go. I hate the solar for my purposes. Now, having said that, what else do I not like? Well, it gets smudging really easily. Fingerprints, body oils, it's a polished steel, so full polish, a high polish, so those prints show up. So I don't actually care for how high of a maintenance the watch is. Now, I love the look, but the height of the maintenance is kind of annoying. So that's two. It's also high polish, so like you saw on the Clasp, it's a little easy to scratch. And the scratches show up pretty readily when you do scratch it. So that's three. Do I have any other complaints about the watch? No, not at all. So we have the battery issue, then we have the polish issue that shows up prints and scratches, and that's pretty much it. Everything else about this watch I love, including the backlight. The backlight is fantastic, and I just love that blue. By the way, guys, if the video becomes a little shaky or it seems disconjointed, this is why. I'm having to appease my cat Buddy. He will not leave me alone. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking about you, actually. So we're going to continue, try to do a decent video here, but no guarantees with Buddy having anything to do with it. But no, I love that backlight, that light blue, that sky blue, powder blue, whatever you want to call it. I love the backlight. I love the display in general. I mean, the display is excellent. It's easily visible. Each function is easily readable and easy to get to those functions via the buttons on the side. I will say the little guards, the little button guards on the top and the bottom of each button make it kind of where I want to push the wrong area, as you can see here. But aside from that, not a real issue. I'd rather have those guards than damage a button. You can see on the Clasp those scratches. That's over 2 years, so not too bad. Case back is a screw in, which is amazing. The Clasp is very secure and very strong. The bracelet was easily adjusted. Those links coming in and out pretty readily, pretty easily. Again, super easy to read, super easy to use and set up, but it does have the drawback of once it's set up and that battery drains, guess what? You have to set it up again, which is why the time is not correct. Now, I mentioned that the time is not correct. It's actually 4:37, not 3:37. So I lost the hour of time that it was charging, which is kind of odd. I'm going to take a little cloth here and clean it up so it looks a little better. It's close to the correct time. It's an hour off, which is sort of interesting considering it was dead for a number of days before I charged it. But at any rate, we'll plug it into the app and we'll get it set correctly soon. Fits great on the wrist. The sizing, the weight, the look, everything is excellent about it. Just the annoyance of having to recharge it almost literally every time I use it has got me to where I rarely use it. I actually use this watch, which is actually on the correct time, a lot more. The original Square, the original GShock Square, came out in 1983. They're still producing them. This one full vinyl as opposed to the full steel. I I think if I was going to get this GShock again, I would get the full metal steel head with the vinyl bracelet instead of the full steel bracelet, just so it would not show up the scratches as easily, and just to tone it down a little bit. But having said that, I don't know that I would repurchase it for $550. It's a lot of investment for a watch that rarely gets worn, and it's not going to be really like a collector's piece or anything. If we look at these two together, honestly, I use the one on the right much more than the one on the left. I like the look of the one on the left much better than the one on the right. So maybe the perfect storm would be pick one of the standard GShock squares up, get on eBay or one of the sellers that has the steel casing for this watch, build your own GShock steel square or full metal square out of this watch, and just have the battery.